We are taking a look at the ATF's comment period for the redefinition of frames or receivers of firearms, and periodically go in and read the comments that are being accumulated here on the regulations.gov website. So today when we did this, we went through the comments and read the most recent 25 comments, and of those 25, something like 8 or 9 of them were in support of infringement or against individual freedom. So when we saw these, you could tell that some of them were sharing some of the verbiage, so potentially coming from a single source. So it took some of the phrases or whatever and went online and found that in fact there is a form up here from everytown.org, one of the Bloomberg organizations paid for by Bloomberg, which has a form to submit to tell the ATF to regulate ghost guns. And it starts off with this paragraph. See how many times there's a falsity in this paragraph. Ghost guns may be the scariest and fastest growing gun safety threat in the country, allowing anyone to make an untraceable weapon in less than an hour. So that's the kind of stuff that they're putting out as a first paragraph or the first sentence to their form here. Now the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives is asking for the public to weigh in on a proposed rule that will help stop the spread of these ghost guns and save lives. So, you know, that's their summary of what's going on. So you can submit the comment through them. You put in your name and address. Then, well, first you're going to click on this thing to comment, I guess. And then, let's see, when you click on it, oh, it just takes you to the comment period. They don't help you. So to get started, here's some examples. So that's interesting. They don't even have anything automatic set up. So they just have you click right to the comment period, to the comment part of the government website. And then if you need to look up the proposed rule, its formal title is, and they give you the title. And then they say to get started, here's some examples of comments you can submit. You can use the opening sentence we've provided as well, or 1 or 2 of the bulleted supporting points. Look at how they use bulleted supporting points. I am writing in support of the ATF's proposed rule that would help stem the rise of unregulated ghost guns. So that's why we're seeing that sentence so often. And then if you copy and paste the rest of it, the proposed rule is a win for public safety and a loss for any criminals or extremists who wanted to buy an untraceable gun with no background check and no questions asked. So they're definitely setting up this story in their minds about what happens in the world of guns, I guess. Next one is ghost guns may be the scariest and fastest growing gun safety threat in the country, allowing anyone to make an untraceable weapon in less than an hour. Anyone in less than an hour. So that's the second one we see quite a bit. And then it says ghost guns have emerged as a weapon of choice for violent criminals, gun traffickers, dangerous extremists, and other people legally prohibited from buying firearms. The underregulation of these core parts has made ghost guns the fastest growing gun safety problem facing our country. So that's all we're seeing is basically these 3 or 1 or 1 or 2 of these at a time. And then they ask you to come back and submit to their form your name and address and everything with your phone number. So they want your name, email address, zip code, and phone number, just everything that's important. Maybe your mother's maiden name, your social security number would be nice. And then let us know how it went in just this little tiny box. I'm interested in volunteering, and then sign me up for text messages alert. So basically they want you to take action and then grab some of your info real quick. There's no way Bloomberg's selling that info to any other organizations because these people aren't total suckers that are going to jump on board any virtue signaling event. But yeah, that's that. That's where we're seeing these things come in from. So it's frustrating, but it's also, I guess, the opposite of people that head to one of the forums on our side, or is it? There's very few of these coming in from my readings. However, millions of these could be pouring in in between the times we're reading them. So we can see that it is spurring them, some people on their side, the anti-individual freedom side, the side that thinks that by making things illegal that you end the war on the item in question, like guns. And yeah, they're getting quite a few comments actually. 9 out of 25 of the last ones we read. So that's almost 50%. Well, no, it's not almost 50%, but it's pretty close to being 50%, and that's close enough. It's too close for my comfort. So that's where we're at. We had a bunch of them show up today. They are pretty much versions of that every town. Although this one here, although CT is one of the few states to regulate ghost guns. Let's go see where that came from. Because that is in 2 of them, and it isn't that one. So that's interesting. Doesn't look like it's coming up under any of them. So this was this one. And this one. This was comment 542 and 540. I am commenting in support, although Connecticut, thank you for making the proposed rule would stop proliferation. Yeah, this is the exact same one, sent in twice. This proposed rule would stop the proliferation. Let's look for that. So maybe some people are just being savvy and going over to one of the other pages on every town and copying and pasting some of their stuff. There's something from Brady United. Uh-oh. Is that a ghost gun? That looks like a ghost gun. Clear and present danger to law enforcement. Yeah, so there's no form on this one. People just must be copying and pasting from these. All right, well, so I don't know what this proved other than to take another look at some of the comments. It was a little bit frustrating to see so many of them be anti-individual freedom this time around. It's been creeping in. At the first couple of readings, there was nothing anti-freedom. It was all, you know, quit this regulation, get rid of the NFA type of stuff. And then now we're seeing more and more of these. So if you think this is something to blow off, you're probably not watching this video. If you think it's something worth leaning into, we're seeing a lot of increased comments, but it would be silly for us to think that all of those comments are positive. So the indication of the number of comments is not an indication of what the comments' attitudes are, their positions are. All right, well, this one is a recorded video. Normally we do these live in the mornings, so let us know what you think. Until next time, thanks for watching.